Venerable members of the Mahasangha, friends in the Dhamma. Today I'm going to talk about seven week after Enlightenment. During the first week after Enlightenment, the Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree, experiencing the happiness of freedom and peace. He was free from disturbing thoughts, calm and blissful. During the second week, in thanks and gratitude to the tree that had sheltered him during his struggle for Buddhahood, the Buddha stood without moving his eyes as he meditated on the Bodhi tree. Following this example, it is the custom of Buddhists to pay respect to not only the original Bodhi tree but also to descendants of the Bodhi tree that is still true today. In the third week, the Buddha saw through his mind's eye that the Devas in the heavens were not sure whether he had attained enlightenment or not. To prove his enlightenment, the Buddha created a golden bridge in the air and walked up and down it for a whole week. In the fourth week, he created a beautiful jeweled chamber and sitting inside it meditated on what was later known as the detailed teaching or Abhidhamma. His mind and body were so purified that 6 colored rays came out of his body: blue, yellow, red, white, orange, and mixture of these 5. Today, these 6 colors make up the Buddhist flag. Each color represented one noble quality of the Buddha: yellow for holiness, white for purity, blue for confidence, red for wisdom, and orange for desirelessness. The mixed color represented all these noble qualities. During the 5th week, while meditating under banyan tree, 3 most charming girls called Tanha, Rati, and Ranga came to disturb his meditation. They danced in a most seductive and charming manner and did everything to tempt the Buddha to watch their dance. Yet he continued to meditate unperturbed, and soon they tired and left him alone. The Buddha then went and meditated at the foot of a muchalinda tree. It began to rain heavily, and a huge king cobra came out and coiled his body 7 times around the Buddha to keep him warm and place his hood over the Buddha's head to protect him from the rain. After 7 days, the rain stopped and the snake changed into a young man who paid his respect to the Buddha. During the 7th week, the Buddha meditated under the Rajayatana tree. On the 15th morning, after 7 weeks of fasting, 2 merchants came into his presence. They were called Tapassu and Balluka. They offered the Buddha rice cakes and honey to break his fast, and the Buddha told them some of what he had found in his enlightenment. These 2 merchants, by taking refuge in the Buddha and his Dhamma, or teaching of the Buddha, became the first lay followers. There was no Sangha, order of monks and nuns. Then they asked the Buddha for something sacred to keep with them. The Buddha wiped his head with his right hand and pulled out some hair to give to them. These hair relics, called Kesadhatu, were later reputed to be enshrined by the merchant on their return home to what is now known as Sri Lanka in the Thiriyaya Pagoda in Trincomalee. It is time to conclude my short explain about 7th week after enlightenment. Thank you very much, each and everyone.